$40 that first month. Second month jumped to $7,000. Third month was $18,000. And the fourth month almost hit 20. And by the way, this is a digital product shop. So most of what you see here is almost all profit. In this video, I want to walk you through my step-by-step process for opening up a brand new Etsy shop. I frequently get messages from people complaining that Etsy is overpopulated and it's impossible to start now. So a couple months ago, I decided to open up a brand new shop just to show that it's definitely possible. So I hope this sheds a bit of light on how I truly believe Etsy is a platform that can really help you create a side income and even a full-time income if you really wanted to. Because if I can do it, you can definitely do it as well. So let's get into the video. All right, guys, welcome back. So before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Everbee because how I was able to start this shop, it's all because of Everbee. This is actually how I was able to find it, how I was able to research it, and that it's a lucrative category. And it just really helps streamline your researching phase. This is a platform that I still use daily, okay? So if you're someone new, definitely check it out. And you can find the link in my description so you can try it out for free first. But honestly, I can't thank these guys enough. I'm not just saying that because I'm a sponsor of it, but because I do use it. And truthfully, it is how I was able to build this shop in the short amount of time. All right, so let's look into the dashboard here. Let me just move my screen maybe here so it doesn't block the graph here. But this is showing all time, okay? So this has opened up in May. And as you can see from May, this is in Canadian dollars, but you can convert it to whatever currency you want. So only made almost $40 that first month. And then second month jumped to $7,000. The third month was $18,000. Okay. And the fourth month almost hit 20. And September is a little lower just because we haven't gone through the whole September yet. So this part will probably be around here or maybe a little bit more. But just looking at the ramp here for the first 3 months, like honestly, this is crazy. I haven't had a shop like that in a while. And by the way, this is a digital product shop. So most of what you see here in terms of revenue is almost all profit other than the processing fees, the ads that you spend on it. Whereas if you're selling print on demand or other products, it'll be a lot lower. So there's another reason why I really like digital products. And I'm very excited to see how this continues to grow. And even if it stays like this, I'm fine with it since this is all digital and automated. I can pretty much just sit back and relax and just work on customer service, maybe outsource that to someone else to do it. And I can continue on building new shops and doing other things. So is it too late to start an Etsy shop? Definitely not. New categories and new opportunities, new trends are always happening, always coming up. So you can use things like Everbee to track these along with other Etsy tools as well, which are all great. All right, so let's get into it. So what's the first step you do when you're starting out the researching phase? So obviously first you have to download Everbee, and I won't go too deep into how to do it, but they have step-by-step on their websites that you can check out. It's super easy. It's just a Chrome extension tool, okay? And next up, you would just go into the search bar and you would just start with the most generic kind of keyword. And from there, we're going to dig deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole to find out more niche categories, okay? So first, let's start with maybe planners, okay? Click on planners. And from here, let's go to the side, click on analytics. And pretty much what this does is it scrapes all the data from that page earlier. And it shows you everything from the price, the estimated sales, when did it open, their titles, their tags. Let me move my screen here. Okay, so let me come here. I'm just gonna make my face a little smaller. It's just easier. I was trying to find a place to put it, but I might as well just make it smaller. From here, I always like to see how much to actually make. So I like to click on the estimated revenue in the last month. And once that's filtered, you can just start scoping out, okay, is this a category I want to do? If not, we continue moving on. But just take a look at these numbers. Like this is actually insane. $40,000 for one listings. Like guys, I don't know about you, but it's pretty good. So it's really good to me. So I'll come down here and see, okay, 2 years. They opened up 2 years ago for this. Maybe we want to find something that's opened up more recently just to get more validation that it's not too late to start. Okay, so we come down here, 27,000. This one opened up a month ago. Okay, that's crazy. So this is the ADHD category. And like I mentioned this, I talked about this a couple months ago to hop on this category. It is a huge, growing, demanding keyword. So it's amazing to see people are doing extremely well in here. Okay, perfect. So now let's continue on. We can keep that in our heads. ADHD could be a good keyword. Come down here, $16,000, another planner, digital planner, good notes, templates. Okay, cool. Maybe we can note that. And right now, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to explore different keywords. I'm not dabbling too deep into a certain category. I just want to know what's happening on Etsy, okay? And by the way, if you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. In this channel, I pretty much teach you how to sell print on demand, how to do digital products, and anything Etsy related, to be honest. I've been selling on this platform for years now, and I was able to quit my full-time job to do this full-time. Okay, and now doing YouTube, I'm trying to help you out. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Let's continue on. Let's do wedding. Okay. And as you can see, I'm just using very generic words, just one word keywords. Okay. Maybe two, but I'm not trying to be too niche right now. I'm just trying to do it broad and just see what listings make the most. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Let's filter this out to the most estimated revenue. So this one here, this looks like a cake topper doing almost $50,000 USD. And since this is a cake topper, it's not really a digital product anymore. It's more physical. It was actually one of my first businesses I had was I bought a laser cutting machine and I was doing cake toppers, but that's a totally different story. And this was years ago too. I think it definitely could have done really well now, but it's crazy, right? Like we were looking at digital products, but now we kind of start getting in physical, maybe print on demand. And if this is something that you want to do, maybe you can tap into this. It's a very lucrative product. And let's come down here, see what else we can find. And okay, cool. Look at this. Wedding planner printable, $7,000. Not bad at all. I didn't even know people make wedding planners like for printable, like this style, right? So this is something new that I just discovered now. So I don't want to go too deep in this researching phase, but hopefully you get a sense of how I'm thinking about it, how I'm just quickly just dabbling into different things, keeping an open mind and just click and looking at the drop down, checking out the tags, and then keep exploring from there. So after you've done the broad researching phase, you have an idea of what category you want to niche into. Now let's get a little bit more focused and dive a little bit deeper into this category. So for this example, we'll stay with the wedding planners, but the thought process is the same no matter what category you're in, okay? So we're going to break down every single thing from the titles, what keywords they're using, and also what mockups they're using, what's their main image, how many printables are they displaying, what text they're using, what font they're using, what color they're using. And we're not trying to copy any of these. We're just trying to get inspirations to figure out, okay, cool, this color palette works. This green is working. Maybe you want to create something similar, but using different designs, but still keep some of the elements together, okay? And then we'll come down here, look at all the different pages. What type of text, what are they trying to communicate with each of these slides? Also at the end, what type of call to action page are they doing? Are they giving a step-by-step process on how this printable works? We're just trying to learn everything we can, not just from this listing, but every single other listing in this category. We're going to look through all the different competitors, all the different shops, and just get deep into it. But obviously not in this video because that will take too long. But I'm just telling you that this is what you need to do. And coming down here, we're going to look through what are the digital products we're selling. This one sells one PDF. So I'm guessing it's a PDF that you get and people get to click into a link which leads them to the printables. And this is a segue to the next question where a lot of people ask me, hey, I'm in this category. What type of file do I give them? What should I include in the file? And a lot of times I'm like, it really depends on your brand, depends on how you want to do this. And the best way to get answers from this is purchasing from your competitors. Okay. Same thing. You're trying to find ideas. You're not trying to steal the products and resell it because we don't want to do that. But we just want to know what's been working, what's working as a bestseller, because they obviously have a lot of good reviews, 700 reviews. So this listing is doing well. So whatever they're doing, they've got it down pat. And if you know how to find ways to improve it, even better. But this is a good starting point for you. You don't want to create all this new guesswork and figuring out, okay, cool, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do this. And after you go through the whole process, you realize it's not working and you have to start over again, okay? So now that you figured out the category, you figure out the product niches you want to do, you understand how the product works. Next is to actually create the products. And a place that I always recommend is Canva. For anyone that's not familiar with any design softwares, Canva is a great place to pretty much create anything you want to do in terms of in the digital product category. And yes, if you're familiar with Photoshop, Illustrator, Procreate, you can do that too. If you're doing resumes, you can do Microsoft Word. But still, any of those categories, you can still do it on Canva. Is legit like a powerhouse. And yeah, I have a link in the descriptions if you want to try the pro version for it. All right, so the next step, after you've created your products, we need to create mockups for these. And back in the day, before I knew what mockups were, I thought people would print them out, take pictures of each single one of them, and then upload them. And obviously that was before. But now you would do everything digitally and it's way more passive, way more easier. And you would just buy them through places like Creative Market. And I have a link to Creative Market if you want to check it out in the description. But let's come up here to search wedding mockups. And let's scroll down. These are looking pretty nice. Okay, you got this cool one here, wedding day Mockups bundle. So this is pretty much like an all-in-one bundle that you can use. And by the way, if you're in different categories, just search whatever niche you're in and put it into Creative Market, okay? For the most part, they'll have that. And if you don't find what you're looking for, it might just be the keyword that you're using, but you can just keep exploring them and then find what you can. I've never had a problem finding mockups I wanted from here. But yeah, let's take a look. It's crazy how, okay, it's my first time looking at this product, but there's a lot of cohesiveness to everything. So you can pretty much do a whole branding, not just from printables, from postcards, from invitation. So if you're someone wanting to jump in this category, this is a pretty good package to have. And it's only $30, which is very affordable. And by the way, a lot of people ask me, how much does it cost total to start a digital product store? And I honestly think you can do it under $60. Okay, so here you can spend $30 on this. You might want to spend 10, 20 on digital assets, different graphics if you want. And the last $20 are pretty much doing subscriptions to Everbee. But that's pretty much it, because starting an Etsy store is pretty much free. You only pay the fees and marketing when you get the ads, when you get the listings going. But yeah, it's actually very affordable to start any digital product stores on Etsy, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much the whole process from how I would start, how I figured out the category I wanted to do, and then researching the different competitors, figuring out how I can create these products, and then creating these products with places like Canva, and then going into Creative Market to find mockups for it. And then the last part is just listing it, put in the proper keywords and tags, and that's it. If you were to do all these things super quickly, it is definitely possible to achieve this in a couple months, and hopefully be helping you break this down. It doesn't seem as overwhelming for each step, but just take one step at a time. Each step does require a bit of practice, but it's definitely not too late. There's always new categories popping up, new trends. So if one doesn't work, try another again. Every time you create new shops, you're going to get better and better. You're going to become faster and faster at it. And that's how I started, okay? So hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. It really helps support this channel so I can create better content for you. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.